Hey to all you guys, what's going on YouTube? It's 3D Res. Welcome back to a Pokemon Pocket. And before we get further into the video, I'd just like to clear any pre-misconceptions you may or may not have had regarding the free-to-play account. So, this is not a rolled account. In other words, I have not rolled for X amount of times to try and get really good cards right off the bat. Nope, we haven't done that. And I haven't spent a single penny in the game either. So no gold has been purchased and no premium pass has been purchased either. Nothing at all. So we are 100% free to play. No rolled accounts. This account has been played on for the last 2 weeks. It is the only account I own. And it's going to be that way for the whole entire future, no doubt. So with that cleared, with that out the way, let's go ahead and get into the video, shall we? So, this is a big overview of my free-to-play account. And I'm going to be taking you guys step by step. So, each little menu by menu. And you lot will see what it's like to be a free-to-play player if you're not one yourself. And obviously, I will be sharing you guys my experience of how the game has been treating me thus far. So we're going to start off with our profile here. Now, you're probably wondering, how many battles have I won? 85 to be exact. We're nearing on 100 now, which is pretty interesting. We've got a total points of 191. So it's well rounded, I would say. And as we go further down, you can see I've opened 86 packs. You know, I probably should have played a match before coming onto the stream. Try and get a win to make it 86 apiece. Should have done that for my OCD sake. Should have, but hey ho, there we go. And we have 26 Wonder Picks. Yes, we only have 26 Wonder Picks. I will talk about this in a bit as well. But basically, I don't even do Wonder Picks. Nope, as you can clearly tell. We have 166 cards registered in the decks. And we also have 517 cards collected in total. So that is our stats here. And yes, we have completed all of the solo battles 100%. But we will get that down to that one further in the video. Right towards the end. If you guys want to skip to the further bits, feel free, because obviously there's going to be timestamps. Feel free to do that if you wish to do so. Now, pack-wise, on the first 3 days, I was opening nothing but Pika packs. I near enough have all of the cards within the Pika packs. And then we moved to the Mewtwo packs on the 4th day. And I haven't even touched a single Charizard pack yet. Nope. We are trying to get all of the cards we want out of both the Mewtwo and the Pika packs. Because I don't want to go to the Charizard packs without having these two completed. Because these two are the ones I really care about the most. Obviously, if you're playing a game for the first time, you're going to go to the pack you really want to go to. Obviously, to get the Pokemon you really want. That's on you at that point. I can't tell you what pack to pick. I'm not here to do that. Because I'm not a very good person to do that, because I started on Pika. Apparently Pika's the worst to start on. No idea. But yeah. That's where we went to Pika after day 3. We've been on Mewtwo ever since. So outside of the packs, I told you guys I'll be talking about the Wonder Picks as well. Now, Wonder Picks. I don't use these fins. I only use them if I really want a new card for a deck I'm trying to make. So, for instance, I was trying to make a double Gengar deck the other day. We now have that complete. We actually got the Haunter yesterday. But I was one Haunter shy of obviously going for the double Gengar line. But I would only ever do a Wonder Pick if there's a card in here I really, really, really want. So I wouldn't go out of my way. Oh, there we go. For instance, like a really good Sabrina there. I would go for that. I would, because it looks really good. And in this pack, I also have the chance of getting myself a Tanglia, a Mankey, or a Primeape, which I don't have either of. So this would be a very good pack for me to get. Or very good pick, sorry, for me to get. But ultimately, I would never go for a full evolution. So for instance, if I saw a Charizard there, I wouldn't go for a Charizard because I don't have Charmeleon. There's no point in doing that, this is a waste. But like I say, Wonder Picks are here for me to either go for doubles, or they're here for me to get a card I really want. So for instance, Golduck. I have plenty of Psyducks, but I still don't own a Golduck. So I could go for a Golduck, for instance. That is where the Wonder Picks really do come into play for me. But as free to play, you're most likely going to be going through this stuff. And I have been as well, trying to find what I want, trying to find what I don't want. Anything that's interesting, anything that's in a non-English text. You catch my drift. But ultimately, Wonder Picks, I don't really care for. No, don't really care for this. Now, you guys have been waiting for this, obviously. This is the meat and bones of this game, your cards collection. And in here, you guys are going to see, I would probably say, a lot of luck more than anything else. So when it comes to stuff like full arts, for instance, I have a fair amount of those, but we will get to that obviously down the bottom of the list. But we're going to go from the top being grass, all the way down to the normals. So starting off with grass, you will notice I don't even have a single Venusaur. I haven't. I don't know how I haven't got a single Venusaur, but apparently the game doesn't want me to have one. So be it. And the funny thing is, I haven't even seen Venusaur in the Wonder Picks either, which is very strange, but there you go. I don't have Butterfree. I've only just gotten Parasect as of recent. Other than that, we are looking okay with grass. Obviously, I have a pretty good bug deck. I will show you guys the decks in a moment after I've gone through all of the cards here. But yeah, this is what my grass is looking like. I don't really have the means to run a viable grass deck. Obviously, you need Erica, Vileplume. What's the other one? I'm trying to think of it now. It's not Weeping Bell. Victory Bell. That's the one. We don't have Vileplume. We don't have Victory Bell. We don't have Erica. We don't have Venusaur. Yeah, it's not very good for the grass. However, you come into the fire. Fire's even worse, my friend. Even worse. Obviously, because we haven't been opening up the Charizard pack, so this is why fire is extremely bare bones for me. It's gonna be that way. If you don't open up a certain pack, you're gonna have this happening to you. Do I find it to be of an issue? No, not at all. I don't really care for the Blaine deck at the moment. I don't care going for Charizard at the moment. No Moltres either. I don't care about that stuff. I'm having fun with everything else I literally own. And this is the last thing I need to worry about when it comes to collecting new cards. Believe me. Because we will get onto that as well in a moment's time. So going for water here, obviously we've got a fair amount of water because we've been opening up both the Pikachu and the Mewtwo packs. We have double Blastoise, but I don't have double EX Blastoise, unfortunately. However, I did get the EX Blastoise on the second day, which I was absolutely shocked by. But yeah, we ran a pretty good Blastoise deck. I've actually made videos of my decks as well. So if you guys do want to go check those out, please consider doing so. But you may get a new deck in there yourself. You never know. You never know. And now we have double Tentacruel, so I can actually run a Tentacruel deck. Well, somewhat of a Tentacruel deck. Because I was actually trying to get Tentacruels for a while. I then managed to unpack 3 Tentacles in the very same day. Yeah. Awkward. And as I say, we've got 7 Psyducks and not a single Golduck. Don't ask me how. Then moving down, we've got 1 of each. So we've got Dugong 1, we've got 1 Kingler. Obviously, we've got a fair amount of Cloysters here. We have 1 of Seakin. We've got we've got Free Seekins, sorry. We've got Double Gary. I don't have Omastar, unfortunately. I don't have EX Articuno, no Starmies, no Poliwraths, obviously, because they're in Charizard packs. So we are running, if we chose to run a water deck, we would be running the most unconventional water deck, because obviously it doesn't have Starmie, it doesn't have Articuno EX, doesn't have Poliwrath as of late. I've been seeing a lot of those. So yeah. You know, you can kind of see what is going on here, what isn't going on where. It's kind of annoying I don't have certain stuff, but as I say, I'm liking what I have at the moment. So we worry about that later on down the line. Now, moving on to the electrics. So the reason why I went for the Pika packs to begin with is because electric is actually my whole idea of why I want to really enjoy playing this game, is to make a really good electric deck. Electric is my favorite type in the whole of Pokemon. It is. But at the moment we can't really do a good electric deck because we haven't got double Zapdos, we haven't really got double Jolteon. Is double Jolteon a Finn? I'm not really sure. But we haven't got double Zapdos, we haven't got double Electrode, only got one of those in the full art variant. I don't even have Electros, for goodness sakes. I don't even have Magneton, don't even have Raichu. Yeah, the Finns are not looking very good there. This is why when you are free to play, you kind of have to delegate where you want to go to the most. But you can kind of see. You can kind of see where we are coming at here. We have stuff, but we don't have everything, which is to be expected. Now, moving down to the Psychics. Okay, so Psychics for us are pretty much full. We obviously don't have the Abra line, which sucks, because I would really want to start running Alakazam. I really would. We obviously have double Gengar EX now, thanks to yesterday. Very good, very good. And of course, we have ourselves a Mewtwo EX. We do indeed. And we've only got one Gardevoir. However, I don't really want to be running Gardevoir Mewtwo because I don't care for it. It's overly used. It is incredibly boring to both see and play, honestly. It really is. But yeah, that's what our Psychic stuff is looking like. It's looking pretty healthy at the moment. I wouldn't really have any issues here. Obviously, as I say, I would love to have Alakazam. I really would. I would love to have another Hypno as well. But those Finns are going to come over time. And of course, we've got 9 Slowbro, because why the heck not? But yeah, these Finns will come over time. And that's what you're going to realize and understand if you are a free-to-play player, or if you're going to be one when the game actually launches next week. You're going to realize that Finns are very hard to come by. They don't come very easy. And obviously this is 2 weeks of progress essentially here. So yeah, it's apparent that there's a lot of stuff missing. But we bridge that gap when we get there, essentially. So moving on to fighting. Now, this is interesting because we do have the means to make a few decks here. I was actually running a very good Marowak Sandslash deck. But funny enough, the moment I made the video on the Sunday, I had no idea that the weekend tournaments were a thing, right? For the Pokemon League, I think it's called. I don't know the exact name for it, but I know it's actually on its 3rd weekend. And funny enough, there was a Marowak deck inside of that weekend just gone. But yes, we actually made a video about my own Marowak deck. That came out on Sunday. It's so much fun running this. Incredible amounts of fun. And we don't have Golem, unfortunately, which does suck because I would really want to run Golem. Unfortunately, we don't have Double Dog Trio. We don't even have Primeape, which is very annoying because Primeape looks to be pretty interesting, if you ask me. But other than that, it's not too bad. Oh, and we don't have Rhydon either. We don't have Rhydon. But to be fair, Rhydon is pretty awful. But you know what I mean. We don't have certain stuff that makes other decks, I wouldn't say pop, but it makes them more alive. But yes, what we do have here, we work with, and it works pretty well. Moving on to Dark. Now, Dark for me is depressing. I don't mean that in any creative way possible. I don't mean to like making an epiphany out of that. But Dark is very depressing for me. Purely because we don't have ourselves a Weezing. We don't have Muck. It's extremely unfortunate because I've actually got some pretty good Koga decks in mind. And I've seen some pretty good Koga decks as well. You can't be running Koga, my friend, without the likes of Muck or Weezing being there. Or not being there. You can't do that. You can't do that. But yeah. We've got a pretty good standard collection here. Funny thing is, when I started playing a game 2 weeks ago, exactly on the same day, I was unpacking Nidos left, right, and center. The amount of Nidos you see here on the screen now is the exact amount I unpacked on day one. After day one, I wasn't getting any more. I kid you not. I wasn't getting any more Nidos after day one. That's literally, that was all of my Nido luck gone. But yeah, we can make a Nido deck if we really wanted to, because I got every component here. Maybe need one more male Nidoran, but that's pretty much it. But hey, that's that, I guess. That is that. But like I say, it's unfortunate that a Muck or Weezing. Very unfortunate. So moving on to the normals here. I mean, do we really need to be looking at normals? We've got practically everything, I would say. Well, not everything. That's a bit of exaggeration. But we've got mostly everything here that you could ever want. We've got the Pidgeot line. We've got Dragonite here as well. Oh, and Steel. Obviously, the other Steel is in the Charizard stuff. I don't really care for Meltan at the moment. Or Melmetal, if I'm being honest. But that's more down the line kind of thing if I wanted to run something like that. But I'm not actually chasing for it. But at the moment, like I say, we are rocking quite a fair, decent amount of normals here. Nothing too crazy. At the end of the day, you're never going to be running a full normal deck. You're just not. You're going to be putting one thing here, one thing there. Yeah, I'm not fussed about that. I'm really not. But other than that, though, it's not bad. It's not bad. We've got some pretty decent stuff. Now, I just want to quickly say... I want to quickly say to you guys, okay? The full art you are about to see is nothing but luck. As I reiterated in the beginning of the video, and I will reiterate here again. We have not re-rolled this account once. So what you see here is all organically earned. Yeah. Yeah. So, it's annoying. We got ourselves 3 Golbats here and 3 Pidgeots. Very annoying, because I remember actually unpacking these. I think it was Monday, or was it Saturday? I can't really remember which day it was. But we unpacked 2 Golbats and 1 of the Pidgeot in the same day. Now, obviously being free to play, you need to be getting a lot of new cards. Hopefully duplicates are ones you actually need. But you don't want to be getting duplicates of cards you don't need. Because at the end of the day, is a pack wasted. Or potentially packs wasted. But annoyingly enough, my OBS decided to exit. So that is why there's a little bit of a cut here. But we were talking about the full arts. And ultimately how very, very lucky I am with a lot of these. Especially when it comes to doubles. Even triples. Yeah. We do get a little bit too lucky, I would say, at times. Obviously, I would love to get brand new cards. But when you get stuff like this, just give me doubles of Electrode or Nidoking or even Eevee, please. But the funny thing is about this Mewtwo EX here, I wasn't even streaming the game at the time. I was actually off stream, so I was playing a couple of games and I had like a random pack. I was like, okay, you know what? Let's unpack this. Nothing good's gonna come out of it. What you know, we go and get this thing. I then had to immediately make a video about it, because obviously you guys were never going to believe me if I came onto the stream the next day saying, oh, look at this, I got a Mewtwo crown art. But you're going to be like, where the heck did you get that from, 3D? Did you get it from the Wonder Pick? Did you craft it? But yeah, we did get super lucky on this stuff. We really, really did. But ultimately, as I say, card collection, it's looking healthy. For 2 weeks of free-to-play, I would say this is... It's not really what I envisioned. I was actually expecting to get far less than this. A lot less, I would say. Especially when it comes to the full arts and whatnot. But the first couple of days, we absolutely got a lot of good stuff, and then it dwindled down. And it still is dwindling down right now. Obviously, when you're not opening packs constantly, that's going to happen. So, decks-wise, these are the decks that have been working for me relatively good. All of these decks you see here on the screen, if not all of them, they do have deck videos up on the channel. Please do go watch those, guys. They're a lot of fun to make, okay? They are a lot of fun to play these decks, and maybe you guys might find a new deck you like, or you want to try out. Whatever it is. You never know. You never know. But yes, we've been running these decks here. I'm going to go over in brief every individual deck. So, this one is Marowak EX. I'm sure you guys have seen a similar version to this running around lately, because it was actually in a tournament on the past weekend just gone. It's a lot of fun. If you don't like the coin flip mechanic in this game, you're probably not going to like running this deck. I'm just going to put that one out there. But we have a short on the channel as well, where Doug Trio actually got 3 shields in the very same match. I kid you not. It was a lot of fun to muck around with this. It got us 13 wins on the stream, and it's still getting me wins here and there whenever I play it. Sandslash is extremely effective. Marowak, if you can get this Finn online by like turn 3 or whatever, you're probably guaranteed to win the match there and then. It's happened for me twice now. It's disgustingly good. And of course you have yourself Graplock just there for a little bit of contingency. So other than that, we have now got ourselves the Gengar deck operational. So double Gengar, double Pidgeot. This is absolutely monstrous. Really is. You're going to be ruining the opponent's life with Pidgeot. Obviously bringing stuff back in. They don't want ball back in. And then you can go ahead and nuke it with Gengar. It's a real fun deck. Very consistent. Very effective. Can't recommend it enough. And then you got Wiggly Dark. So Wiggly Dark is actually my own iteration of Spraggle's deck, where he actually had double Golbat and a Meowth. But at the time of making this deck, I didn't have double Golbat, so I had to replace it with obviously Ekans and Arbok. It worked out pretty good. It did. And of course we did not own Meowth, and we still don't own Meowth. So we replaced that with Farfetch'd. Farfetch'd to me, it's perfect. It's really, really effective in what it does. 40 attack for 1 energy cost. Just get that thing out there. Just imagine whenever, what's his face? Surfetch comes around. Just saying. Just saying. But yeah, obviously you got your double Wigglytuff here. You know the gist of that one. Go watch the video. Please do. And of course you got the Stoys. This one is running Goldeen instead of the Golduck, I believe it is. And it's got no Starmie, no Articuno EX. It's ultimate free to play. Ultimate free to play. And of course, it's not running double Blastoise EX either. It's simple, it's effective. Yes, I have had a lot of games where I've just lost because I got nothing else to play. It happens. Because in this deck, obviously, you only have 5 stuff to play for pre-evolutions. It does suck when it happens, but the deck overall is a lot of fun. And then the final deck here, this is one I've been mucking around with the last couple of days. Again, Pidgeot is in the limelight for this one, but at the same time we have Beedrill. Beedrill is ridiculously disgusting. It is a 1 cost for a 70 attack. Yes, it is obviously on the final evolution of the line. It just works so well. It just works so well. I got about 14 wins with this deck on the stream. I'm still playing this on and off. Oh my, you know, if your opponent sees Caterpie, they're not going to take you seriously. They're really not. They don't know what's coming. Okay, they got no idea, my friend. I used to run Cypher in this deck, but I replaced Cypher with a Giovanni. Never looked back. Never looked back. So yeah, that is all of the decks. That is all of my card collection. So you're probably wondering, what else do I have to show you guys? There is one thing. And I have not seen anyone talking about this. This is the solo battles. Obviously, once you've done the solo battle once, you're probably not going to bother doing it again. Because why would you? You don't get any extra rewards outside of shop tickets for completing all of these things. But we have done it 100%. There's no showing off here. There's no fancy badge. There's no fancy card at the end of all of this. It's just there. This is massive trial and error. And for me, obviously, I don't have Venusaur, don't even have Charizard, don't have Moltres. I can't make a good grass deck, couldn't make a good fire deck. A lot of this stuff in here was incredibly hard. Because at times I didn't have certain cards, so I had to come back in, back out, back in, back out. Rental decks were my honestly go-to for this. Absolute go-to. Some of the rental decks suck, may I add. Most notably, the Mewtwo rental deck is awful. The Nido rental deck is just diabolical. But yeah, you do get some very tough times in here. The AI is extremely predictable. So you know what they're going to do. I think each level on this has at least 1 of 3 different openings. So you know what's going to happen. If you choose to do this yourself, that is. You know what's going to happen. It's very telltale. Extremely telltale. But like I say, outside of the initial completion, you're probably not going to bother. Shop tickets are a useless currency. Useless currency if you finished all of the Hourglass purchases. Like, you've gotten all of these done, all exchanged, all of this stuff. Shop tickets are useless, okay? I really hope that when the game fully releases next week, they add new stuff into the shop so we can actually spend these tickets. Because right now, they're just sitting here. And look at my inventory as well. I haven't showed you guys this one yet. Where did you go for inventory again? Oh yes, right here. There it is. So we are sitting on 8.7k Shine Dust. Obviously 158 shop tickets. And we have 241 Wonder Hourglasses. I don't even think I've used more than 2 Rewind Watchers. I'm kidding you not. But yeah, that's all of that. That's the items. That is the decks. That is the cards. That is the solo stuff. We are done. Holy, that was a long video. But yes, this was a massive free-to-play overview. If you guys haven't already, please do hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button as well. Be greatly appreciated. We are still making decks. We are trying to be as creative as possible. It's looking up for the free-to-play account. It really is. And it can't get any better than this. Or can it? Other than that, guys, take care, stay safe, all that good stuff. Love your day, whatever you're doing. If I know the next video or next live stream, go out there, play some Pokemon Pocket. And goodbye for now. Bye-bye.